Oh my god, I just did my nails yesterday and they're already chipped. Perfect for this decluttering video where all you're gonna see is my hands. Hello everybody, welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa, as always, and today we're doing another declutter video. I don't know why I said it like that was weird. If you don't know already, I'm doing a decluttering series. I'm currently on a low buy. I need to get rid of a lot of stuff. I haven't really decluttered my makeup in ages. And today I'm going to be decluttering my blushes. Last time I decluttered my bronzers. I'm gonna leave that either down below or in an index card or whatever these things are called, that they're somewhere up on the screen. You should go catch up with that one, and I already did my base makeup as well, just making way for a little more space. I don't necessarily want more product, so I want to slowly clear up my cheek drawer. So right now I did a poll on Instagram and I asked you guys if I should declutter my blushes or my highlighters next, and an overwhelming amount of people were like blushes, which that's what I thought it would be because everyone's obsessed with blush. Make sure to follow me on Instagram if you want to participate in upcoming polls for my videos. But anyways, today I'm going to be decluttering my blushes and I'm really happy, really excited. You guys know I love declutter videos. I know you love declutter videos. So let's just stop talking and get to decluttering because I know that's what you came for. So let's get to it. Okay, so this is what we're starting off with. These are all my creams. I know, it's insane, a little insane. These are just the creams. So let's start off with something that I know I'm gonna keep, and that is my Glossier Cloud Paints. These are the best. I have one more color, but I don't know where it is. These are possibly my favorite blushes of all time. I love the colors. They work perfectly on my skin. They're the most long-lasting blushes I have ever tried in my life. I love these. They're not going anywhere. Even though they're old, they still perform. They don't smell bad, and they deserve to be here. Up next, I have my Tower 28 Golden Hour Beach Please Luminous Tinted Balm, and this is gorgeous. I love it. I love Tower 28. They're a little expensive, which is why I only have this one, but I love their products and it's so worth it. The pan is huge. I love it. It's beautiful for summer and it just gives your skin a dewy look, so this is staying in my collection for sure. Up next, I have my MAC Hijinks Casual Color Lip and Cheek Color. If you watched my blush tag video, then you know this is a very cool blush because it has sentimental value to me. I don't really use it all that much, but it is so pretty, and the color, even though it's very intimidating, you can really like blend it in, feel a little less intimidating. And I feel like I don't have a lot of things in my collection that are like this, and I like this formula as well. Even though I don't use this all that much, I want to keep it for sentimental value, so we're keeping this one as well. Okay, moving on to something that I am 100% not keeping. This is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Cream Blush in Butterflies. I got this a bit over 6 months ago and I hate this blush so much. It's a really big tube and the color is kind of cute. I kind of like it, but the moment that I swatched it, it has metallic shimmers all over it and it's just not ever gonna be on my cheeks. I've never applied it on my cheeks ever in my life. Because this is very new, I'm gonna give it to someone who might appreciate it more, who might like the shimmer, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. Up next, I have the L'Oreal Cushion Glow Blush. Now, I really like this one. This is a cushion blush. I got it in Japan. This is pretty old again, but it's so nice. It's a cushion blush. I love this. I know it's old and I probably shouldn't be using it anymore, and I don't reach for this all the time, but I mean, it still doesn't smell bad. Whenever I use it, it doesn't make my face itchy or anything, so I'm gonna keep this. I have to keep this. I'm sorry. You're staying with me. I'm doing such a bad job. Moving on, I am keeping also my Burt's Bees All Aglow Lip and Cheek Stick in Dahlia Dew. This is such a pretty color from the drugstore. It's lovely. I don't really have any blush that is this shade specifically, and it's very sheer. I really enjoy it. And whenever I just want to do something a little more natural and I don't want to go all out, I reach for this one, so I am keeping it. I love it. Up next, I have this super old sample of a Stila convertible color. This one's in Peony. I got this like when I started getting into makeup. The color is so beautiful though, and it doesn't really smell bad or anything, but it's too old for me to keep. I never reach for this, so it really does need to go. It needs to die because this is not acceptable anymore. Another one I am 100% going to keep is my Rare Beauty Love Blush. I don't know the exact name of these, but yeah, this is the shade Love. It's one of the matte ones, which I love. It's the only shade that I have, but I really love the formula. This is a beautiful color that I don't have a lot of in my collection. I mean, I have a lot of peachy colors and stuff, but this is pretty unique and I really love it. I love the formula. I've had this for less than a year and I still reach for it, so we're keeping this one. Moving on, I have the Kaja Love Box. I don't know the name of this. This is in Saucy. This is the shade Saucy. I really bought into this gimmick, but I rarely ever have used this. The blush in here is kind of pretty. It reminds me of that L'Oreal blush that I got in Japan because it's like a cushiony one, and it is a pretty blush. It kind of has a powdery finish, but I never reach for this. It is way too big. It holds up too much space in my bag and in my drawer, and I don't like, I mean, cute concept, but poor execution. I'm sorry, you're leaving. Moving on to the Oh Hi Sahara. I think this is the cheek smudge. I'm not sure of the name. I really like this. I hate the packaging though because it's this like this kind of whole kind of thing. It never comes out evenly, but it is a lovely blush. It is pretty matte and I really like the color. It's kind of a rusty color, which I really enjoy. Again, I've had this for less than a year and I reach for it constantly, so I'm keeping it. And I think the rest of all these are staying in my collection. Of course, all my Flower blush bombs are staying. I love these with all my heart. They're pretty similar to the Glossier ones, but they're much more dewy and I love the shades as well, so these are staying. I reach for them all the time and I rave about them a lot. You guys know I love them, so of course they're not leaving my collection. And then I have this Florence by Mills Glowing G Cheek Me Later cream blush. This is broken, not looking great, but I really like it. This is more of a plummy blush. I don't really have a bunch of plummy blushes like this one, and the formula is actually really nice and wears well on the cheeks, so I'm keeping it. And then you guys know that I'm keeping my Physicians Formula Dewy Blush Elixir in Gorgeous Peach. I am obsessed with this. It's a really, really good cream blush from the drugstore. There is a lot of product in here, and I love the dew that it gives to my cheeks with a little bit of color. Yeah, this is not going anywhere because it's so beautiful. I'm doing a really, really bad job at decluttering my creams, but I'm obsessed with them. Next, I have my Nude Sticks Nudies Matte All Over Face blush color. This is in Body Language. I think this was a limited edition one that came in the Hilary Duff collection. I love these so much. They're perfect for summer on my oilier skin and they're just so good. I've had this for a while. Still performs well. I still love it a lot and I'm not getting rid of it anytime soon because these are expensive. Okay, and let's move on to my ColourPop ones next. I love ColourPop. I don't want to get rid of any of these, but some of them are pretty old. So let me just see which ones are staying and which ones are leaving because some of them have dried up. Okay, so I'm keeping these three. I'm keeping this one, which is called Growth Flirt. Then I'm keeping Tongue Tied. And then I'm keeping Never Been Kissed. These are the ones that aren't dry and the ones that I still use. And then I'm getting rid of Trickery, which this one is pretty old, I must say. It's like one of the first blushes that I got from ColourPop and it's all dried up. And then I'm getting rid of Hysterical. It's also on the verge of drying up. Like, it's pretty dry. The formula isn't what it used to be, and I don't really reach for the color all that much, so I'm getting rid of these two. They have to go to the trash because they've been alive for way too long and they're not really performing anymore, so goodbye. Last but not least, I have this by Banila watery blush in Coral Water, and it kind of looks like a nail polish, and then you just apply a little bit of it. The color, oh, you can't even see my hand, but the color is really, really pretty, and it blends out really nicely. I enjoy it a lot. It's kind of a cheek stain, and I got this in Korea. I don't think they either make them anymore or they don't sell them in the US. Maybe it's just a Korean thing, but I really like this. I love the color, I love the formula, and it still performs well, so it's staying. Okay, so these are all the things that I'm getting rid of. I know this is pretty bad. From the pile that I had, I'm keeping most things and just getting rid of these. Some of them have to go to the trash like these, and then these can go to friends, but it's just such a little pile. But I honestly could not part ways with any other blushes because creams are just my weakness and I do actually use them a lot. So yeah, this is a small pile of things I'm getting rid of. Hopefully we do better with the powders than the creams. Fingers crossed. Okay, here are all my powder blushes. Holy crap, I have so many. This is a Wet n Wild Color Icon Mellow Wine. I think these blushes have been repackaged. They now come in like a circle, but I really like this one a lot. I haven't used this in so long though. Like, I like it. It's a great alternative if you're looking for just something very affordable, but I have not used it in ages. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this, but I'm actually gonna keep it in my makeup kit to use it because it's such a beautiful color, and if I keep it in my makeup kit, it's still kind of mine, but I use it on my clients. So yeah, I'm gonna sanitize this and then it's gonna go in my makeup kit. Up next, I have this KIKO Milano Blush Cocoa Shock. This is supposed to be a bar of chocolate, and it's these two blushes right here. They smell like chocolate. They smell so freaking good, but they're very, very old. I love these tones because they're not tones that I usually go for peachier tones, and I have a lot of those in my collection. I don't have enough of these, but I feel like I haven't reached for this in years. Yeah, I think it needs to leave my collection. I think I'm gonna give it to someone else. So if anyone wants them despite being old, I'll give it to them. Otherwise, I will throw them out, but they're not going to be in my collection anymore. And now these Burt's Bees blushes. This is the one in Toasted Cinnamon, and I also have the shade Bare Peach. These are amazing. Like, it's beautiful. I love the formula. It has a little bit of shimmer, but it doesn't bother me at all. This is such a beautiful color. Toasted Cinnamon is amazing. And, Bare Peach is just a peachy color that I love as well. It is amazing, beautiful, and these perform really well. I still use them all the time. They're affordable, they're clean if you're into clean beauty and you're looking for some good blushes. Oh, these are amazing. They're staying in my collection 100%. Okay, another blush that is not staying in my collection is a Physicians Formula Butter Blush in Natural Glow. If you saw my blush tag, you know I don't love this because this is barely even a blush. Like, it gives you like a cute sheen, but I've never used it. I've never put this on my face. It's not a blush, and I don't reach for this. So this is going to find a better home. I'm sure someone will enjoy it. And now I have this mini Becca blush, which the packaging is nasty. This is very old, and this is the blush in Flower Child. This was a sample that I got like ages ago. I never reached for it, but I really love the shade. And since Becca is gonna be no more in a few months, I think I'm going to want to keep this. I don't know why. I think I'm gonna depot this because you can and put it in a Z palette because the packaging is nasty, but I really, really want to keep it. And it's just a high quality blush. I'm gonna keep it. Oh my god, I am such a hoarder. Up next, I have the one and only Milani Luminoso. This was my shit back in the day, as was everyone else's shit back in the day. I haven't reached for this in years. I don't reach for this at all. It's a pretty shade. I love it. It's one of the best at the drugstore. It's just not it for me anymore. I just reach for other stuff. So this is saying goodbye. Now we have a very dirty Patrick Ta. I never know the name of this. What's the name of this? Double Take Cream and Powder Blush in Do We Know Her. This is beautiful. I love how the cream is in a little protective case. I love the shade of the cream. I love the shade of the powder. I reach for this all the time. I'm actually wearing it today. It was super expensive, so I am not going to part ways with this. So this is staying in the collection. Up next, let's revive this one. This is the Body Shop All-in-One Cheek Color in Ginger. I got this like 7 years ago, you guys. I feel old. I got this 7 years ago. This used to be domed, and I flattened it completely. I used to love this so much, but yeah, this is entirely too old. The shade is cute, but it's nothing special to me, and I have not reached for this in at least 5 years. So it needs to leave my collection and go to the trash because it is probably too old to be here. And then I have my Makeup Obsession Isn't It Peachy blush palette. I love it so much. It is so pretty. These are the perfect peachy shades. They're all matte. I reach for them all the time when I'm looking for a true peach. They're not going anywhere. I love this so much. And let's talk about these. These are the Studio Makeup Soft Blend Blushes. I have mine in Sahara and Plum. Sahara is such a beautiful shade. It's like a very neutral blush. And then Plum is just, you guessed it, a plum. These are some of the first makeup items I ever bought, and they're old. They need to leave my collection because they're old as hell. Now I have my Bare Minerals Gen Nude That Peach Though blush. I love this a lot. I haven't reached for it in so long though, but I love it a lot, and I love the shade. It's a peach. You guys know I'm a sucker for peach products. When I got it, I used it every single day. I used it in so many tutorials. I think I'm keeping it. I'm keeping this because it's still good and I love the color. Right here we have the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush in Fantastical. This was a limited edition. It does actually smell like peach. It's crazy. And the color is very, very pretty too. But ask me how many times I've reached for this. 0 times. 0 times in my life. The formula is okay. It's a little too shimmery for me. So it's finding a new home for sure. Next, I have another flower blush. I love flower blushes, and this is in Peach Primo. This is a Flower Pots powder blush, and it's so pretty. I love this color. It's such a beautiful peachy color, and it performs so well. It's just right up my alley. Flowery can do no wrong when it comes to blushes, and I am 100% keeping this one. Up next, I have this Too Faced Love Flush Long Lasting 16-Hour Blush in Love Hangover. If you've been here for a long time, then you know, okay, this is nasty, but I did a project pan with this because I really wanted to use it up, and I just dented it. I could never use a whole blush up. I don't know what I was thinking, but now it's nasty. Like, it's nasty. So this needs to go to the trash ASAP. It's way too old. Needs to go. The last two, I have my Essence Satin Touch Blush in Satin Coral, I believe. This is also broken, but this was like $2, so it's fine. I don't mind it. I love this blush so much. I love the formula. It is so buttery and pigmented and beautiful. It's so pretty. I still use this all the time. I love it, and I love that it's literally less than $5. And then last but not least, I have my Nars Exposed Cheek Palette. This is limited edition a while ago. This is what the colors look like. It comes with a highlight that I love. I love all the blushes in here. I love the formula. I think they always come out with like a blush palette every year that has a similar formula. Even though this is a few years old, it still performs beautifully. I still love it. It was expensive. Like, I'm gonna get a lot of use out of this still. I love it. I could never part ways with it, so it's staying in my collection. I mean, just look at it. I could never let it go. So I made a lot more progress with my powder blushes than my cream blushes. I feel like I got rid of half the amount that I had, and I still have like half. So that's pretty neat for a hoarder like me. I am happy. Okay, so this is my final declutter pile with all my creams and powders here. I think I did good. Even though I still have a bunch of blushes, I feel like some of these were long overdue, and I'm happy with the progress I made, honestly. I thought I was gonna get rid of a lot less because I am so obsessed with blush, but I'm happy that I got rid of these. A lot of them are going to the trash because they're super old. Some of them are going to friends and family if they want them. Okay, and these are all the blushes that I'm keeping. I know what you're thinking. How? Why? Nobody needs these many blushes, but oh, you guys, I'm just obsessed with blush, okay? These are my babies. They're my children, and I cannot part ways with them because all of these are so good. I use them a lot still, okay? So don't come for me. Please do not come for me. And even though I didn't make as much progress as I hoped I would, as I wished I would, I'm happy because I know I'm gonna keep things that I actually am using and that are actually still okay to use or not expired, so it's fine. I'm okay. These are a lot of blushes, but I am okay with that because they're my kids, and I'm so happy they're staying. I love them. And that is a wrap on another declutter video. I am very pleased. I definitely got rid of some products that are too old to be existing, and I'm so happy that I'm going to be able to give a lot of products to my friends and family. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. My drawer is looking way better now, and I am happy. I'm happy, and I'm ready to continue decluttering. If you love decluttering videos, please let me know what I should be decluttering next. I think I'm probably going to do highlighters just to finish clearing out the drawer, but after that, let me know what I should be decluttering, and stay tuned because more declutter videos are definitely coming in the near future. If you enjoyed this video, as always, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. And if you're into super easy and real makeup and beauty content like today's video, then please make sure to subscribe. I'd love to have you be a part of my tiny YouTube community. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope you had fun. I hope you got entertained. I hope you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. And I will see you right here next weekend. I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.